So what for what? He had upon a golden throne, to the supreme transcendental destination. Please, transcendental destination, to go back home, to go back to God. We have so many shortcuts, you know. But my Bhagavatam on the golden throne, according to astrology, the sun is said to be exalted. Ye natasmai, see Guruve namaha. Srimati Bhaktivedanta Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, see Advaita. You really love Krishna. You really love Bhagavad. Coming into the temple for Sangha, it takes a lot of emotional courage, because you could have good excuses not to come. It's a working day, tired after work, many other things to do to prepare for the next day. But no, you brush all these good excuses aside and then you came. So it just shows your interest, your devotion to Krishna. It's little things we can measure, can be used as a litmus test for one's interest or devotion to Krishna. So thank you very much. Now, this same statement is there in the Matsya Purana. The same thing. So, and see the benefit of being a member of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is that you're supposed to be a member of an ashram. An ashram is where knowledge is cultivated. It's not just a Mandir where you go and hear someone speak, and then you go away, and again the next Sunday or whatever, you come again and you hear someone speak, and you go away, and it just goes like a retune type of. The Bhagavatam is just, all Puranas, there are how many verses? The Bhagavatam has 80 in this very chapter. Further, or I think before, you see that we better plan against next year. Book Bhagavad. What is the main cause of our entanglement in this material? Hard like an ass to again acquire some merit. And some people, they don't even have the opportunity. The whole cause of I'm the authority. I know everything. Is it not how the parents think? In most cases. This is the whole cause of the problems that is bringing about discrimination. And therefore, we get entangled in this material. The Bhagavatam is a conversation drill of dead people. Parikshit is hearing from Sutta Goswami. The sages are headed by Sanaka Rishi. But you see that they were. Yes, Pandits, tell us. If you know the answer, raise up your hand and tell us. Sukadeva Goswami stayed in the womb. He was afraid to come out. He was born. Self-realization. It's not today. He walked after the house, and on his way, he saw this. He doesn't see bodies. There's a difference between the conditioned soul, and he realized so. They don't see bodies. They don't see small boy, small girl, old man. Things that we will wonder about for the rest of our lives. They are embedded in the Bhagavatam. Lord Krishna's manifestation is embedded in the 10 count voluminous stuff. I don't remember the number of pages I was reading that book. But it's a voluminous stuff. Words of love Brahma, and they are more or less committing suicide. Because this is what, hearing the message of the Bhagavatam, sure you come together, if even at home. I have Bhagavatam at home, raise up your hand. I have baggage of this Bhagavatam. See, this is not, it's not difficult to access the glories of the Bhagavatam. It's also here, although this is not big compared to the session of the same message in the Bhagavad Mahatmya of the Padma Purana. But essentially, the Bhagavatam, their ultimate achievement of the ultimate goal. So that gives us a lot of motivation. It's not just some philosophy or not just some religious dogma, but people have practiced this process of Krishna consciousness. They've attained the goal, they became self-realized, they attained the supreme destination. That is embedded in the Bhagavatam. So that we don't say, well, this is Kali Yuga, there's nothing we can do. The process is very easy. In Kali Yuga, anybody in Kali Yuga can get a set of Bhagavatam and give it to someone on Purnima Day. Most people earn more than $250, so they can do that. Well, it depends on our priority. If we prioritize that, yes, I'll do something about my incarceration in this material world, and I want to give the Bhagavatam out on Purnima Day so that I don't have to come back to this material world. But you know what? A number of people on the planet don't even know about this. Like someone is in prison, there's a way to get out from the prison, but they don't know how to. They don't know the way out. And so here, Vyasadeva is giving us, the keys to the locked doors. Use these keys, open this door, get out. Get out from this prison. But even in prison, some people say, I'm fine here. Getting, regular meals without working too hard. I'm fine here. Good for you. But a sane person should be realistic about the implications of staying in this material world. And the very mercy of Srila Vyasadeva in providing an access, a way out to get out from these charcoals of samsara by cultivating devotional service. And within this bhakti process, a very shortcut to get out has been revealed to us. Just give out Bhagavatam on Purnima Day and you're done. You're okay, you're fine. So this is special mercy, Krishna's special mercy, Prabhupada's special mercy. Otherwise, how will we know about this? And so it is important that we reflect seriously, and we should read the Bhagavatam because the Bhagavatam is very purifying. We have time to read newspapers and to be on our smartphones for many hours of the day. Those who have smartphones, at the end of the week, you will get information about your screen hours for the past week. I was so surprised that my screen time for the other week was just 28 minutes a day. I said, what? It means that I didn't really use the phone. But the point is that the phone is not a harm. There's no harm using the phone. In the phone, you can also download the Bhagavatam and read it anywhere you go. So, we take some other verses in this very text. Text 14. All other Puranic scriptures shine forth in the assembly of saintly devotees only as long as that great ocean of nectar, Srimad Bhagavatam, is not hard. If Srimad Bhagavatam is heard anywhere, that potency overshadows every other Purana. In the purport, the commentators said, other Vedic literatures and other scriptures of the world remain prominent until the Srimad Bhagavatam is duly heard and understood. Srimad Bhagavatam is the ocean of nectar and the supreme literature. By faithful hearing, recitation, and distribution of Bhagavatam, the world will be sanctified and other inferior literatures will fade to minor status. Again, the same thing the authors are saying. But we have to help. We have to help the world, to free the world from the challenges that humanity is facing. We have everything, except that the world is devotionally bankrupt. We have everything, all assets for all types of things, infrastructures and everything else. And especially in America, you don't even need to have a degree before you get an airplane. I've seen people in America, celebrities, they didn't go to get a PhD or a master's degree or even a first degree. They just learn to sing and dance from a tender age, and they become popular guys, well known all over the world, dance, sleeping in millions of dollars. They have their own private jets and all this stuff. So this is called karma, okay? Some people, they don't need to work too hard. They get all of these assets all over the place. Or if people don't know, then we just wonder, what is this? But the Bhagavatam gives us an insight what is the cause of the variegatedness in society. And so we have this higher understanding, then we don't get disturbed when we see people. Everybody in this world, if someone is sincere, you will always find someone who is better than you. Therefore, there is a cause, there is a reason to be humble. Someone was asking me, how can I be humble? I said, just check around and you'll find that if you have plenty of money, there's someone who is richer than you. If you have good education, there is someone who has more degrees than you. Okay? So you just have to remain humble. And if even you don't find any of this, just look at the whole global village, and it's just an unlimited scenario. Look at the jiva. It's just so like a speck. It's so infinitesimal. That's a cause to be humble. We have greater understanding of the world through the Bhagavatam. We have greater understanding of how to get out from the world through the Bhagavatam. Therefore, the Bhagavatam is glorified as the ripened fruit of the tree of Vedic knowledge. See, the mango, when it grows, the sap is circulating in the whole of its body. The same sap comes to accumulate in the form of fruit. It becomes ripe. And that is the prime enjoyment, the prime relish that the individual has in appreciation of the mango. The sap was there. So the Bhagavatam is, when we say the Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of the Vedic, of the tree of Vedic knowledge. The Bhagavad Mahatmya gives this very nice illustration, and it's so nice to relate with. They're very philosophical. So we have to see how we are beating our intellect in the cosmogonal philosophy of the Bhagavatam. Daily, every day. There's a Bhagavatam for children. And anyone, there's no excuse. And everyone needs to be purified. So we have to see how we are squeezing out some time to read the message of Bhagavat, the message of the Bhagavat. So that can help us in speeding up the process of our purification. Yes, any comments or questions? Yes, any comments or questions? Yes, please.
Maharaj, thank you for that very inspiring class. And in the course of the day, it just seems that even if we don't waste time, apparently we're not wasting time, it's still hard to find time to read. And we want to read, but then, when we read, the little baby starts crying, and or the phone rings, or there's some service. So how do we read? How do we find time?
Yeah, how do we find time? It's a nice question. Now, you see, if we don't regulate our time, if we don't properly manage our 24 hours, time will manage us. And it will be very bad when time manages us. Because, see, I have a policy, I can tell you my own life. If I don't have a schedule, my friend from New York, he called me yesterday. I was not there to pick the call. Or maybe I was doing something. I was doing some research or reading or chanting or so. So I tell my friends, see, if you want to call me, let's schedule a time. Like I'm scheduling a time with one of my young friends in Kolkata. He used to pay my ticket if I'm traveling, like in India there. So then he said, Maharaj, I have some things I want to discuss with you. When can we talk? Good. So we schedule a time to make a call. Now, these sporadic calls, if you're just keeping your phone open and watching for calls to come in, you can't do anything in the 21st century, boy. Because then, we are chanting and your phone is on, and then the phone rings and then you stop the chanting to answer the call. This is what people do. And that is an abuse on the holy name. I repeat, that is an abuse on the holy name. Just because someone does not call the cops for you, it doesn't mean that it's right. It's an abuse on the holy name. It's like you are speaking in America, is very typical. You are with somebody on the phone and you hang up all of a sudden. What will they feel? They will feel you are telling them, bullshit, leave me alone, get out from my life. Except you message them to say, your battery dropped, you're sorry, this happened or that happened. Otherwise, they will take it to the extreme. This is the American culture. The Americans, they value calls. So if you drop your call all of a sudden, that is considered very serious issue in the relationship. But then we do this to Krishna all the time. We are speaking with Krishna. We're chanting means we are on the telephone with Krishna, boy. Oh yeah. We're communicating with Krishna. And then we keep the phone on, and then someone who is not going to really help in liberating us from this bondage. Tell me, which of our friends, mortal being, is going to facilitate our liberation from the shackles of birth and death? I don't think anybody. Now, if we effectively manage our 24 hours, we will find time to read. I was mentioning the other day, when I joined the temple, the schedule was such that we have 1 hour to read all the devotees in the temple, you must read. If you are not able to read, just go to your house. We have 1 hour every day. Everybody must sit there and read. And some of us joined the temple because we wanted to know so much. We were very voracious. We were eager to know this and know that. So we're looking for any least opportunity. I know what I was doing. I will come back from Sankirtan and go to the backyard of the temple to read. Because if you go into the ashram, people come back from Sankirtan and they're telling their stories and this and that and this and that. So I would just leave the ashram and go to the back to read. And that the reading sustained so much of my enthusiasm in chanting. So reading is not just something that reading the Bhagavatam or reading the Vedic literature is not something we should neglect, because it's also recommended in the literature. Reading, going to the theater or going to the temple to have Sangha association, going to pilgrimage, doing service. All these things are recommended. And so if we are not reading, we are missing out something that will enhance the quality of our chanting. So when we effectively manage our 24 hours, we should, make time, have a timetable, and see what you do at this time. Every hour, you should know what you're going to be doing. And if you want to do something, if you want to chant, switch off your phone or put it on silence. Some people, they say, because of work, because of this, because of that, I don't have time. I'm not able to give time to my family. It's a lame excuse. So we have to understand that the people around us, even our family members, they are devotees. So if we hurt them, we are committing what? Aparad. And aparad, they choke the quality of our chanting. And so sometimes we think we commit some aparad we offend some Swami or offend our Guru, then we feel remorseful or we beg for forgiveness, but then we can be offensive to our spouse or to our children or to our parents, and they are devotees. But that does not count, right? It counts, boy. It counts. And so, we all have time. It's a matter of prioritizing what we need to do and make a timetable for what we have to do. People these days, they worship the telephone. Earlier, people were worshiping their cars. They do puja, they do abhishek to their cars every day. But now, that has been, that all those puja and the worship has been, is the phone who is receiving all of this puja and the worship now. So we have to schedule our day and work accordingly, so that we're able to do everything that is required of us. Have a to-do list and schedule your day accordingly. What you need to do at this time, what you need to do at this time. Okay? Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj, I have one question, or maybe there's more than one part to one question. How do you recommend, or what do you recommend for prioritizing hearing, chanting, and reading? So sometimes we can do, even with the schedule, as you're saying, sometimes we can do 1 or 2 or sometimes 3 things is perfect, but then sometimes we may be able to do 2 things or 1 thing out of the 3, even with the schedule, because some life happens. So in those instances, what should be prioritized? Because I know chanting is best done in the morning, but then typically hearing and reading kind of gets, how do you prioritize?
Yeah. Chanting is the first thing on the priority list. And then the reading and other things, we can do it any time of the day. We cannot shift the chanting to the night, because that period is under the auspices of the mode of ignorance. We will not be able to concentrate much. And so the impact of the chanting on our lives might not be so quickly realized. So the priority in our devotional culture is chanting. I can't go out without chanting, boy, no. I can't even look my phone if I've not finished my first 16 rounds. For what? Phone. Who is there? Who is going to save me in this world? Who is going to save me in this world? This is the only person who's going to save me. I have to deal with him first before I deal with any other person. Just, the priority is the chanting. From the chanting, we'll be able to have that emotional courage to go about with the rest of our day's activities. If we are walking, you need the chanting before you go to work. Then you will not be affected by the external energy so much. You have a family, you have to deal with the family and get so many things done in the day. You need to do the chanting in the morning so that you have the patience and tolerance to deal with the challenges of the day. Chanting is like a medicine. It's an intervention, preventive intervention for cataclysms of the day.
For hearing and reading. So what do you prioritize?
That we can do anytime. They take second on the priority list. Chanting first, hearing and reading, you can do that any time of the day, at any time that you want.
Schedule, and you know that you have set this time for reading. But so we're not going to read throughout the day because we have that mind that will have that at this time. And that time comes and something comes up. So that's why I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, see what you do when you're making a timetable, create a provision for emergencies. Create a provision for emergencies. If you just fill up your whole day and you have something you never expected crops up, you will not be able to deal with or to complete your to-do list, and you feel very much morose, or you feel disappointed, or you feel sad. So create on your schedule, on your daily schedule, make some provisions for emergencies. Emergency happens, you have some time for emergencies. Each day you have some provisions for that. So that you have something on schedule comes up that you can't do without dealing with it. Then you're still covered with that emergency provisions. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
I had a question after listening to what Manjari Leela Mataji said. Can you consider hearing the same as reading? Like, can hearing also happen while you're chanting?
Yeah. The hearing and chanting, they are 2 different things. When we talk about chanting means chanting. Hearing, when you're chanting also you hear the sound vibrations. But the hearing in this case is reading, to be able to, or watching proper on audio visuals. to hear the message of God. So the chanting and hearing, they are very important. And when the chanting is going on, if someone is chanting, it's like someone is in the kirtan, someone is leading the kirtan or leading the arti. You hear the sound vibrations because that reinforces you in terms of the chorus. That purifies you. So if you are there and you're hearing, you're getting a lot of benefits. Now if you're there, someone is leading the arti and you're not hearing their chanting, you're missing out something. So at any moment we can do some hearing. And when we're reading, we are also hearing. When you're watching Prabhupada speaking on YouTube, we are also hearing. And all of these help in expediting the process of our purification. So hearing is in different ways. But then the whole idea is that it helps us to become more focused in our chanting. Yeah. Any other question? Any other questions? Yes. Any other question? You have another question?
We were going to now announce the sponsors, Maharaj. If you'd like, we can.
Okay, so thank you everyone for coming, and then I'll leave the rest to the management team to do the rest of the stuff. Thank you for coming for this Bhadra Purnima festival. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. His Holiness Bhakti Vasudev Maharaj ki. Would you like to say that? We as a community are very, very grateful for His Holiness Bhakti Vasudev Maharaj to visit us and stay for so many days here. I was unfortunate, I was actually out of town until today. We came in the afternoon. But so many devotees were saying so many wonderful things and feeling so inspired. So let's give Maharaj 3 very loud Hari Bols. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! So actually, after some time, Maharaj, we'll have you give people Bhagavatam, so we'll invite you again. Shri Radha Banki Syamasundar ki, Radha Madhav ki. So today is the glorious day of Bhadra Purnima, and with the deities, the curtain open, we're going to announce the sponsors. So we want to do this in front of the deities. The Artik will continue as we announce this, because time is getting late. Huh?
I want to request anyone wants to give
Yes.
now, and then we can do the sponsors.
We were thinking to sponsor and then ask people to do if it's slightly different. Yeah. Is he leaving or okay? Yeah. This will just take about 5 minutes, and then those who want to take will then come up, and we will humbly request Maharaj to sign those sets. So normally, someone else would be doing this. Govinda Mohini Mataji is in India, Vansidhari Prabhu is in India. So that's why somehow I got stuck in doing this. So someone can have the drum, maybe ready. So this year, the goal for this Bhadra Purnima, last year it was 400 Srimad Bhagavatam sets. And Srila Prabhupada always wanted us to increase whatever goal we have. So the BBT, North American BBT as a whole, said we should all increase by 20%. So the goal that was set this year was 500 sets. And ISKCON Naperville has smashed that goal and done 530 sets. Yes. This is the wonderful effort of so many devotees. This is not ordinary. I don't know because Bhadra Purnima is today, but probably will be like number 2 or maybe number 3 temple in the whole of United States, North America. ISV, ISKCON Silicon Valley being the first. Naperville last year was the second, and maybe this year also will be the second. So many devotees worked so hard, tirelessly, round the clock. And Srila Prabhupada had said that, I will never die if you keep distributing my books. So Prabhupada's very deep, heartfelt desire is that we keep distributing his books. And like Maharaj today was saying, we keep reading his books. We distribute his books so that people can read his books, and we distribute his books so that we also get inspiration to read his books, which are meant for the suffering humanity, which are the best welfare work in this world that can alleviate the suffering of people in general. There's actually just one very quick thing. I was reading a story where I could read it, but since we're short of time, I'll just mention it. That there's this U.S. Marine that was working on an island somewhere in the Caribbean or something, and there was, this was in 68 or something, I should have kept the dates right. What year did Srila Prabhupada come to the U.S.? 1965, he arrived in the U.S., right? Yeah, so it's the same year. And there was a submarine, a nuclear submarine that was next to that island. And he recalls that it was waiting for its orders. They kept sending staff out there because there was talk that they may have to deploy that nuclear submarine, those nuclear bombs in a certain direction. And we see the world right now, it's at the edge of nuclear war. And that's why I thought this story is very relevant. And then on a certain day, they received orders finally that they should return home, and the nuclear submarine was sent back. And that same person who was stationed there later on became a devotee. And he said later on he checked that date when they received the orders to desist all operations, no nuclear deployment. It was the same day that Srila Prabhupada arrived and set foot in America. So these books can avoid the greatest calamity in the world. And Srila Prabhupada said that in history people will say that these books save the world. Right? So someone somewhere who is about to do something will stop from doing it because they'll read something in the Bhagavatam or the Gita that tells them that they shouldn't do that and that there's a better way. Civilization of transcendence, right? So we have the devotees who worked very hard and the devotees who donated their time and their wealth for the distribution of these books. We'd quickly like to honor them. And there's many names, I'm going to go through them quickly. And in spite of reading those names, the very reason to do this is to figure out who we forgot to write. Right? So we honor people to remember who we forgot so that we can honor them. So all of you are here. These numbers were put together in the span of 30 minutes before the program. So we definitely forgot someone, and those who we forgot, we want to honor especially. So one-on-one distribution, like street distribution that the devotees did, going door to door, Patel brothers, that was 111 sets. So that was person to person. Then we have the sponsorships and also people who purchased for themselves. So our largest sponsor was Sham Karuna Mataji, who sponsored 50 Bhagavatam sets single-handedly. Then Govinda Mohini Mataji's family, friends, and also her reading group. This is Matangi Gopi Mataji, Yashomati Priya Mataji, Vijay Lakshmi Mataji, Krishna Mataji, Stira Mataji, Dhananjay Prabhu and Lavanya Mataji, and Ramya Mataji. They did 50 sets. The Friday evening Bhakti Vriksha, they did 60 sets. This was Kuldeep Prabhu and Suman Mataji, Dhananjay Prabhu and Lavanya Mataji. They sort of split themselves, made 2 incarnations. And they did 10 sets total. Jitendra Prabhu and Mataji, 10 sets. Kuldeep Prabhu also 10 sets. Rabindranath Prabhu and Sham Rupani Mataji 10 sets. Rakesh Prabhu and Mataji 5 sets. Aparna Abhinav Dhar 5 sets. Himanshu Prabhu 2 sets. He's here today. Vishal and Sakshi Mataji, they're here. 1 set. Beena Mataji 1 set. Rahel Prabhu 1 set right here. Sunil Prabhu, Jia Mataji, she's here 1 set. Narmada Mataji 2 sets. Naresh Patel Prabhu 1 set. And Vijay Sundaram Mataji 1 set. Big round of applause. Thank you. Then Anjaneya Prabhu and Ratna Vilasini Mataji. Anjaneya Prabhu is the chairman of our book distribution committee and Mataji's vice chairman. The 21 sets. Mataji, actually, it's not vice chairman. She's the real chairman. He's the sub-chairman. So missed that one there, yes. Then Chintamani Mataji and her reading group, which consists of, altogether, Manjari Leela Mataji, Sandhya Mataji, Sangeeta Mataji, Kiran Kumar Prabhu, others, 20 sets. Vinod Bihari Prabhu and his reading group, 10 sets. Vamsidhari Prabhu, 10 sets. I should also mention at this point that Vamsidhari Prabhu, there's a wonderful yatra going on right now in India. That's why we are short of hands and people here. So many devotees there. So this yatra went to Badrik Ashram and is going to the place where Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken. And also to Haridwar, Rishikesh, and they over there, it's not part of our account, not all of them. They distributed 108 sets, of which 30 sets are part of ISKCON Naperville's count. Yes. So Vamsidhari Prabhu, Govindamoni Mataji, Shatarupa Mataji, so many others there. They worked very hard for this so that they could distribute Bhagavatam at the place where it was spoken, to the priests there, to the bus drivers there, to the local shop people, to the colleges there. And then Padmavati and Prahlad Priya Prabhu, 10 sets. Neena Mataji, she's here, 10 sets. Actually, if we had asked her a bit earlier, she would have done more sets, but she had already donated to another cause at the temple, so this year it was 10 sets, but next year, Mataji, we hope it will be 100 sets. Thank you. She's very helpful in this. And now, Sanatan Prem Prabhu and family, 10 sets. Who is here? Aruda Mataji and family, 10 sets. Dharmishta, Balaram Prabhu right here, 5 sets. So this is a little out of order because we're still not done with the 10 sets, but Dharmishta Mataji, Manjari Leela Mataji's mother-in-law, 3 sets. Thank you, thank you. Praveen Varma Prabhu, 5 sets. Then Mohan Leela Prabhu, who's right here, we have an immense gratitude that he is the one who invites Maharaj, and we get Maharaj's association because of his bhakti, which draws Maharaj's affection here. He and Lakshmikant Prabhu, Prem Kishori Mataji, Suniti Mataji, Saragrahi Mataji, Mamta Mataji, Menaka Mataji, 10 sets. Kishore Krishna Prabhu's reading group, 5 sets. Meeta Mataji, 4 sets. Meeta Mataji is here? No. Okay. Srinivas Prabhu, Bloomington, 3 sets. Bhumi Mataji and family, 3 sets. Bhumi Mataji's here? No. She's here. Oh, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. And then Yamuna Jivan Prabhu in India through his friends in America, 2 sets. Shushma Mishra, 2 sets. Now the remaining are 1 set, so we're going to save the applause to the end. Abhay Prabhu, Nitin Prabhu, Alpesh Prabhu's cousin, Ravi Prabhu, Krishna Prema Prabhu, 2 sets, sorry, Krishna Prema Prabhu, 2 sets, he was here. Yes. Hemalata Mataji and family, 1 set. Govinda Mohini Mataji, gift to Rohan, he's supposed to be here representing his mother. He needs his representation, he didn't come, 1 set. Rameshwari Mataji, 1 set, Sandhya Mataji, 1 set. Smita Mataji, 1 set, Ramesh Prabhu, 1 set, Shamla Mataji and Mahadev Prabhu, 1 set, Narottam Nitai Prabhu, 1 set. Then we had some out-of-town friends who gave, and this is more, but they were out of town, so we announced them at the end because they're not here. So. Ajit Krishna Prabhu, 16 sets. Okay. We'll save it to the end. Gaur Gadadhar Prabhu, 25 sets. Madan Adbhut Prabhu, 5 sets. Daivi Kumari Mataji, 5 sets. Rajiv Shyam Prabhu, 1 set. Janava Jaya Mataji, 1 set. Yaman Prabhu, 10 sets. Now please tell me, who did we forget? Anyone forget who's already sponsored? So this is for a grand total of 530 sets. Now, we wanted to make this, an auspicious number. So 1008 is a very auspicious number. So we were hoping that there will be some millionaires here, or at least, some just regular millionaires who can bring that number up today. And in the presence of Maharaj, receive his blessings and sponsor some more sets. So those of you who didn't get a chance, today is actually the day. We read the quote, the verse that Maharaj started with, that if one who gives the gift of the Bhagavatam today, which all these people are giving today, that's why we're announcing before the deities today, but one who gives a gift today will get the entrance into the spiritual world by Krishna's mercy. So today is the day. Those of you who are not sponsored, who are not on this list, can sponsor today. Anyone here who would like to do that? You do one, Kapil Prabhu one. He started us off. Okay. Okay, so we'll do the giving in a minute. Just 1 more minute. We want to take some sponsors. You want to sponsor a set? No, okay. So Kapil started, says, we have to keep going. Anyone here want to do? You do a set? Or how many? 10 sets? No. Okay. How many sets would you like to? You're a doctor, so you have to lead us. Okay, 1 set. I have a Kali Yuga memory, so please remind me of your name, Mataji, again. I know it, but...
You already announced my name.
I did, okay. Okay, you already sponsored, so this is another one. Okay. Yes. Prabhu, you have to... 1 set, Balaram Prasad Prabhu, ki jai! And then next to you... You're working now. I heard, no, okay. Stop. Very nice. So father, daughter have done 1 set. Anyone else here? And you get to take this set home, you get to read it. It has hundreds, almost, hundreds of pictures in there. Anyone else who we missed? Anyone else back there? Everyone we have? We had... Everyone else is on the list, I think, yes. So it's 532 sets. No. Okay, so now is the most wonderful time. Everyone knows what they have. You have done a set, so now is the time to receive blessings and to get your set signed by Maharaj. I'd humbly request if Maharaj can come here, because people then can come here on the Vyasasan and sign here, then we can all come. So all of those of you who have sponsored, which is pretty much everyone here. Oh, Yash Prabhu, would you like to? Good. Okay, Yash Prabhu, one last one. Yay, Harima! Yes. Okay, so anyone else here who didn't sponsor who wants to get it signed by Maharaj? Okay, sure? Okay, wonderful. So now we'll do the signing, and after that, Mataji, what do we do after the signing of the Bhagavatam, right? Okay, so you get it signed, and then you keep it here on the altar, and then we do Artik of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Bhagavatam is non-different than Krishna, so you have to first worship Krishna and then bring him in your home, right? Some of you have in your home. If you haven't, we can install the Bhagavatam in your home. We can come to your home and do the Artik. And those of you who are here, you can do the Artik today on Bhadra Purnima day. So, so everyone please come with your Bhagavatam. Take, however many you sponsor, take one as your own, get it signed. And please, Maharaj, can you come here? Can we bring Maharaj here first? Or here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki.
Do you want to say that? They get a sign after.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 10 minutes.
Oh yes. So everyone who, maybe someone didn't sponsor but they're receiving, please come forward to receive it as well. And we should start Artik because the curtains are going to close in 10 minutes. So we will start Artik simultaneously as you're getting them signed, because we want to do this in front of the deities. Jai.
Same? Yeah, this one's a little bit better, I think.
Grab a tune of mine.
It's just random.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.